Hey everybody, my name is Kat and welcome back to my booktube channel. Today I wanted to do a video talking about my 2023 reading goals as well as doing a book haul and a TBR for January / the year. Also, I know the lighting is really bad. It is 7 o'clock at night right now and I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver a package of books so we can do this unboxing, but their truck is in my apartment's parking lot, so I know it is coming relatively soon. However, I wanted to go ahead and start. Okay, so if you didn't see my last video, which was my everything I read in 2022 video, I ended up reading 53 books. My cat is trying to break into a new bag of cat food. As I was saying, I read 54 books last year, but there were a whole 2 months out of the year that I read absolutely nothing. And there were a couple months where I only read 2 books. So now that I am pretty consistently, at least for the past 5 months, been reading at least 5 books a month, I have decided that my 2023 reading goal is going to be to read 75 books. I think that is doable. It's only about 20 more than I read last year. And I'm already off to a good start. Today is January 9th when I'm filming this, and I am currently about halfway through my 4th book. Some more of my random goals. Read a classic. I didn't read any classics last year. I saw a lot of booktubers talk about wanting to read more classics. Haley Pham read a couple. Katie is Reading read a couple. So I just kind of want to break into that world and try that out just so I can do something out of my comfort zone. Continuing with that, this one is very random, but I want to read a Stephen King book. I've never read a Stephen King book. I feel like everybody has to read a Stephen King book, like it's Stephen King. So I plan on doing that. I think I want to pick up Misery because I like that movie, but I'm not sure. I also am really intrigued by Fairy Tale. It's been on my want to read list for a super long time now, so. Also, if you hear noises, I think that's the Amazon truck, so hopefully soon. In 2023, I also want to finish up some series that I started in 2022. The first of which is the Shatter Me series, which I believe I only have 1 more book and 1 novella left in. However, I've seen some other people say this, Shatter Me goes on way too long. I'm so sick of Shatter Me. I don't think it's all that good, to be honest. The books themselves are meh, but the story is just ugh. And I know I don't have to force myself, but I just want to be able to say, I read it all, I did it all, I'm done. So I'd like to finish that out. That should be easy. I actually am planning on reading Imagine Me this month, hopefully. My library loan just came through for it. So hopefully if I finish up what I'm already reading, I can get through that. I don't think it's too long. I want to say it's 300 pages, so. And next, which this one is really intimidating, but not really. I want to finish the Throne of Glass series. Currently, I've read up until Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. When I turn this around, I plan on doing the tandem read with Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. Each of these books, about 700. Each of these books are about 700 pages. So that's about 1,400 pages for 1 book since I'm doing a tandem read here. I already have it all tabbed. But tell me this isn't a little intimidating, okay? So forgive me for stalling, but it will get done this year. And then obviously I will have to read Kingdom of Ash and finish it off. But I love Throne of Glass. The series is great. And I loved Queen of Shadows, which is the book prior to these ones. So I'm really excited. I just I cannot get myself to start them yet. So pray for me that I eventually get that going. I kind of don't like wrap-ups that much all the time. And I kind of just want to tell you guys now what I'm already read this month. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So far this year / this month, I've read Play With Me by Becca Mack on Kindle Unlimited. I briefly mentioned this book at the end of my last video, and I said I thought it was going to be a 5 stars. I can confirm for y'all, 5 stars, loved it. Becca Mack is just great. Next, I wanted to continue with the sports romance theme, but I did want to try a different author, especially since Becca Mack only has those 2 sports romances. Actually, I think she might have 1 more book. I'm not sure. But I read Sin Bin by Tegan Hunter and I gave that 3 stars. I thought that book was really meh. I did write a little review on it. Oh, I accidentally locked it out. I've got a little review on it, so I'm just gonna go over that. To give you a like mini synopsis, it's a hockey player and an NHL team social media manager. There's an age gap, and it is kind of grumpy sunshine. He's grumpy, she's like kind of sunshine, I guess. I don't know. She's like normal. She's not like, but he is grumpy. So I said, meh, not really my thing. I didn't see a lot of chemistry between the 2 love interests. There is an initial, you learn this early in the book, so I'm not going to call this a spoiler. They initially hook up at the very beginning of the book. That's like prior to when the events of the book take place. That scene, chemistry, they seem good. They seem like they're having a good time. But after that, and for the duration of the book, I don't really see them having a lot of chemistry. I don't think their interactions are all that good. It kind of like was just happening. Like the book just happened. You know what I mean? I also put in my review, he sounds kind of ugly, lol. Then I read Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. This book has a great rating on Goodreads, so I was looking forward to it, and it was Kindle Unlimited. I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was pretty mediocre. Not a great thriller, kind of boring. I didn't like the twist because it wasn't really a twist. It was just like, oh, that's what's happening. Okay. To summarize, Gio, Kai, and Ange are all BFFs in high school, and suddenly Ange goes missing when they are 16 years old. Nobody knows what happened, and then 14 years later, Gio is arrested in connection with her murder upon finding her body in her backyard. So that's kind of the gist of it. And then we are hearing the story as it played out, and it kind of has a dual timeline, but it covers Gio in prison, the trial, what actually happened, the aftermath. So it is interesting, but it's like meh. Also, this is really weird, but as I was reading Jar of Hearts, there is a scene that takes place that reminds me exactly of the bell jar, Lenny's apartment, the whole situation with Lenny's apartment and the bell jar. And I don't know why. I think it was just the way that the men and the scene were described that in my head, I had like the exact same imagery of when I was reading the bell jar, which I haven't read the bell jar in probably 5 years. Like it's been a minute since I've read the bell jar, but I was like, what book is that? And then I realized. So I don't know. I just thought that was worth mentioning because I thought it was kind of weird. Hello again, guys. I'm pretty sure my last clip ended pretty abruptly, and that was because I'd kind of given up hope on the idea of my Amazon package coming that night. However, last night or yesterday it never came, and then all day today I was waiting and it never came. So I got ready for bed and everything, and then at like 11 o'clock at night, here I am with my package. So first I picked up 2 L. Kennedy books. I grabbed The Risk and The Deal. A lot of what I've heard is that a lot of L. Kennedy books are the same kind of plot, same story, and they can get a little repetitive. So since Barnes & Noble had them buy one, get one 50% off, I decided to just pick up the 2 highest rated ones. So The Deal, I feel like is the most popular L. Kennedy book and the one that everybody knows about. And this one I'm literally already like 80% of the way through, and I really, really like it so far. But this one is about Hannah and Garrett. Risk is actually about one of the colleges that is mentioned in The Deal. So because I like The Deal so much, I'm excited for this one. But also I might try reading some more of the off-campus series if I do end up liking this one, even though it might be repetitive. Next, I didn't purchase this, but my aunt is lending me This Tender Land by William Kent Kruger. And this is a book set in 1932. It's about orphans that are basically traveling by themselves across the world and their adventures. This is kind of out of my comfort zone, but I am wanting to kind of expand my reading taste. So I'm thinking I want to get this done in the next month or 2. Now I can actually open my Amazon package that I've been waiting for. Book is like shiny. I love it. First up we have Icebreaker, which I've been wanting to read for quite a while. And I keep seeing, oh my god, the font is so small. I keep seeing great things about it, and I'm really excited to read it. It is another hockey romance. These just keep ending up in my life. I'm gonna keep reading them while I am still enjoying them. I love the art for this. It's very cute. This book was also highly recommended by Destiny here on Book Talk, as well as The Deal, I think. Okay, next we have You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel, however you say that. This is another one that I thought was just really cute. It is another romance. Christina Lauren has their blurb on it, and I do like Christina Lauren. So this one I think is just hilarious. The premise of, basically, it's an engaged couple and both of them are kind of not feeling each other anymore, but whoever breaks off the engagement has to pay for their very expensive wedding. So they're both kind of trying to get each other to be the one to break it off. They kind of fall back in love with each other once they kind of let loose. And last but not least, a book I've been waiting so long to read, I don't know why I haven't yet. Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I have heard that this is not the best book in the series. My cat is climbing in my blinds. I have heard that this is not the best book in the series, but it is a necessity to get into the series. So I did read Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is technically part of the kind of like sister series, if you will. Hot House Flower, I think is what that like series is called. I could be wrong, but that one, Kiss the Sky, focused on Connor, I think is his name. Connor and Rose. Connor and Rose. But Addicted to You is about Lily and Lauren, and I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great, and I'm excited to read the series. One of my goals for the year, I don't know if I mentioned it, is also to read this whole series because I hear lots of good things, and once again, Destiny really recommends it. This whole thing has been like Destiny recommended. that fueled my order, clearly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this book goals book haul video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever, and I will see you guys soon, hopefully when I finish a couple of these. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy shit, why did I buy this many books? I already need another bookshelf, so why not add 6 more? Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.